all messages. Gonna do a touch up. I'm gonna do the lightning bug party tonight. My neighbor got me another can of fuel here. So, is everybody enjoying their psyops pops party? I mean, I tried to send a message out in Dabu's chat, the other week, last week, and he banned me for saying the sky was falling, in all caps, which is a code to the ex-mill and mill and militia organizations that an impending, what do you call it, Project Bluebeam psyop, but involving the AI deepfake. Now that they have refined the AI, right? So, and how we can tell that this is not a real thing. I mean, it's half real. No, don't let me get you confused. It's half real. The other half is total psychological operations. And they weren't manipulating the market, so to speak. They were manipulating people that they want to label. Let's just say it that way, okay? They are drawing invisible lines in the sand. And then to avoid that, you should, of course, draw a circle around yourself in the sand and say, your line cannot impede upon my circle. If it does, I'm going to see you doing it. And that renders all your posthumous effort invalid. So we are having another lightning bug party out here tonight. Guess got nobody in here. Nobody's here yet. So enjoying your psyops pops, and not like pops like dad, psyops pops, like psyops popsicles or psyops popcorn or psyops pop boom bang firecrackers, big expensive multi-million-dollar firecrackers. The neighbors were having another party earlier. They like their stereo system anyway. The frogs are out, and it's a lightning bug party. They're rubbing their knock solution butts everywhere. Hello! I see one person. Are you enjoying your psy-pops? I don't have the light on out here because it will attract bugs, but here it's me, mission control. Anyway, I can tell you that Trump could come out later and say, my platform, True Social, was totally hacked by Iranian hackers. And then the other, because you've got multiple factions over there in Iran. You've got and that could have been AI generated too, the whole Prince of Iran guy coming out and saying they're going to get rid of the imams or ayatollahs. It's loosh food, right? It's ketosis for your bipolar nations. And like, you go out at Siberia or out in the middle of nowhere, the woods, none of this stuff's affecting anybody, any of them people. Got people that are truly off grid, don't even know what a grid is. But like, if something happens like off the sun, tomorrow we're gonna have a geomagnetic storm caused by the mid-latitude coronal hole, but hopefully it's not too bad. It'd probably get really hot. skin. It's actually like a radiation heat, not so much as a, because I'm not sweating as much as I used to being out here. Um, yeah, I mean, I used to sweat a lot coming outside and being humid and stuff, but when the sun gets in the you get in the shade and this heat, it's like it's gone. And the thermometers aren't working right because of the geospatial effects, collapse and everything. So I don't think the mercury is responding correctly, giving an accurate temperature. So if it's saying 84, it's really, 94. I think it's that much of a degradation. Because it said it got 87 degrees here today, but it was, I'll tell you what, around 3 o'clock, it's freaking hot, man. You got out in the sun. We're having another lightning bug party. So you join your psyops. We are in the dog leg of this psyops operation. Sky is falling. Sky's falling. Aliens are attacking. Everything. That's probably the next deal. But what I seen flying was on Mr. MBB3. Got some spatial footage of some things flying around up there, and I witnessed last night too some things, and the night before at the night sky that were inexplainable. I've never seen seen it go down like that, but we might have some encouragement here and there to be saying some certain things officially, non-officially, or there's a massive psyops operation going on to weed out, the rats in the bush. Make the rats think the bush is on fire with pretty lights and stuff. And I think the feds have already captured some folks that were involved with such things. But that's good. I mean, we have to leverage this AI to, at least a 12-day period of fake news to, clear the fucking bowl, dude. You gotta blow the bowl. You gotta, like my tobacco pipe here. You gotta clean that sumbitch out and keep it clean, or it gonna make you sick later if you don't keep it, it gonna make you sick. There's another element of the AI psyops that's going on with this generalized spiritualism thing. You're part of the matrix, breaking out of the matrix, listen to all this and all that. And that's getting back to the free love hippie stuff, I think. That's really the message, is to zone out and tune in, or what is it? Tune out and zone in, or what I used to say in my live streams. But the lightning bugs, they took off. They'll be back by morning. Last night I come out and the worms were all up on top of the ground, and they crawled up all over the cement. If anybody else seen that, you should say something, because they just laid on the ground until the sun come up and cooked them, and that must have been a geoelectrical event that caused them to do that, I think. There was no rain, and it didn't get that hot for them to come up out of the ground, because when it gets hot they go down. If it's an electro stimulus, if you ever been fishing with a an old phone, and get the fish to come up to the surface, you shock them. That's what happens. Anything other than that, if they had a choice, they would swim down under the current. But so the worms, I think, were being affected, and it's on the VLF. I've been archived with VLF, so you can go to archive.is and pull the images. Non-electrical or could be on the antenna, but the Schumann spikes, there's inserted man-made frequencies on there that is either jamming frequencies or something's going on. Got everybody really upset this morning, and now it's died off. So hopefully get a good night's sleep tonight. Hello? Nobody said hi in chat. I'm sorry I don't have my light on. I don't want the mosquitoes to bite me. But I mean, oh, there's some stuff going on up the sky right there. I don't know what that was about. They about hit each other. We get 11 minutes. We'll go for what, 13 minutes or so. So when I said skyfall, the sky is falling, and posted that meant that this was gonna, stars falling was missiles raining down. It's gonna be a psyop. So I mean, how does anyone know exactly on this side of the planet what's going on the other side? Exactly. Sure, there's explosions and things going on, but where is that really coming from? Who do we blame on that? Is it missiles? Is it really? I don't know. We could be being invaded by something, or being fact corrected. We could be being fact checked by a certain federation. But I'm not saying that. But just keep in mind, it's all could be total bullshit. Don't get all up and use your credit card to buy fucking preference supplies in case you got to bug out. Because if the power goes out, the power is going out because of this heat wave, and they're asking people to run their generators to supply the power grid. But I think if it hadn't gone out yet due to it, brownouts probably happening in places, but should be good. God dang, it got pretty hot today. It was only got up to 87, and I said I think the mercury in the thermometers isn't working correctly because of the geomagnetic field collapse. Hey Josh, how you doing, bro? Yeah, you enjoy your psyops, your psyops, your psyops pops. I like my psyops pops. Yeah, that's what I meant with the sky was falling. That's a big code that there's going to be some new psychological operations. But yeah, so like I said, Josh, half of it's real, half of it's psychological operations, AI, deep fake stuff, the ceasefire, non-ceasefire, the back and forth. They're trying to draw out all schizophrenic elements of the people that sleep on cells and things like that, as well as what was deemed in the Biden administration as domesticated, homegrown territorialists or whatever. You know what I mean? And before that, we were known as homegrown domesticated patriots. But like I said, get ready for the next wave, which will be this Americanized circuitry in our cell phones. I hope you have the foresight. You feel something coming to where you don't want to have your phone in your hand. Just leave it down, turn it off, because something might happen like what happened over there as far as the Sparkies are concerned. And then they'll roll out what they already have because these things are built 3 or 4 years ahead of time. All these devices, um, in the storage bins to roll out this new American telecommunications. So it's not perverted by the enemy's AI psychological operations, because that caused a lot of kerfuffle here recently, right? The AI psychological operations cause a global kerfuffle. And now we're going to give it to you. We're going to give you Americanized digititis with your communication things. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? So we're going to give you the sky's falling. Oops, it didn't, but it did in places. So now you got to have your American cell phone, American smart device. And all your computer chips, every goddamn thing got to be redone too, except for the substations. We got to deal with China going on. We got to, turn them off for a short time, recircuit them, pull the back doors out of them, and then, of course, that's going to be a psyop too. If they don't do it during the blackouts, which is rolling heat blackouts due to overconsumption of electricity, they don't put out things say, please run your generators and pump energy into the system because of supposed heat wave. Haven't owned a prison cell phone in over 8 years. Well, what do you own? You got your crystal scrying crystal ball thing and a mirror with some lasers. I use those too most of the time. But when I want to talk to you guys, I have to turn this damn Samsung on. I use it in conjunction with my crystal ball and scrying mirror. How about that? That's the thing. That's the thing. You throw that kind of shit out to them, and they're like, "How in the fuck is he really doing it?" What? Hold on. He's got a scrying mirror and a crystal ball that he's using the damn cell phone with, and everything. Toroidal coils and psionic spectroid freaking. Yeah, my God. Let's investigate this guy. We got to X-ray his ass so bad it fucking causes facial fucking burns on himself, and his teeth fall out. Motherfuckers. If I had a dime for every time them some bitches scanned me down, that still ain't gonna. Never mind. I ain't gonna say anything. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying your psyops. This is all his psychological operations. Look at the markets. The markets actually went up, and they've gone down for less reasons than this. We actually had a Strait of Hormuz shutdown scare, but if you look at Marine Tractor, I think everything's flowing pretty good right there. We didn't hit any of that. Well, here's the thing. We supposedly didn't hit their nuclear facilities, which were too deep to hit with our whatever, and left all the oil refineries and oil things alone. We didn't hit no oil. You went in, right? No, I mean, right? Right? We're going to hit Iran, but we're not going to hit any fucking oil production. Nothing. That's like we're going to hit Venezuela, but we're not going to hit no oil. You know what I mean? We're going to hit Venezuela's cocaine production facilities, and then we're going to ask them for a ceasefire. You know what? We're going to blow up Venezuela's prison island and send rescue boats in. Right? Who the fuck you think you're joking around with, Trump? I mean, come on, dude. 2 Spirit bombers take off, come back the next day. that we can track anyway. They don't have their fucking could have been holographic projection for all anybody was concerned, because they don't use transponders. Those strato takers did, but they shut their shit off too. Uh, it's and all this stuff online, even the flight trackers, the marine trackers, it's all can be spoofed. It's a big test. It's a big World War III psyops test. I assume. If it's not, we gonna see some fucking hella shit go down the next week, and around the 4th of July, like everybody, the 4th of July, 4th of July. Well, I wouldn't be buying Chinese fireworks if I were you. Especially wouldn't be out in the fireworks smoke in town during 4th of July. Keep your kids' fingers away from the Chinese fireworks. We haven't been, they already pulled the fake puppy scam on us, and some other items online that were supposedly this and that, and they weren't. So, I mean, when they crying wolf, it's best not to run out in the open and repeat what they said. It's the theater of war. CGI. Well, I beg to differ on that with prior conflicts, but this one, Tommy, yeah. Yes, we could probably assume that half or more of what we're seeing is CGI, AI, deep fake stuff. Or people with masks on. They could have just let their AI robot things take over. They duck their heads and cover to see what would happen. It's like lighting a bonfire and run away. The guys that throw the party aren't the motherfuckers that are up there lighting the gasoline-fueled bonfire. Trust me. No. They in back somewhere, or maybe back in the house, not even in the party, counting the money. All right. Every bonfire party I went to, that's what it was like, down the river. Motherfuckers sell camp spots at the party every fucking weekend. They ain't nowhere to be found. Unless even if the police show up. Police show up. Old Jack that runs the campground sleeping, so I ain't gonna bother him till morning, but y'all going to fucking jail. Well, it's pretty dark out here. We got new moon, I think it's still in Taurus. Should be moving out towards Gemini. Interesting. Jupiter dips behind the sun in the morning, so the sun amplifies or hides Jupiter's power for a minute. It probably flux in and out, so we'll see what happens with that. I posted that screenshot of Stellarium on my community post, so you'll look at that and see what's going on. Mars way off in Leo. Everything else kicking around Orion and Taurus and Gemini. Well, my mom does that outside because of the pollen and stuff, but she's a hypochondriac, and she's always worn masks and stuff anyway. But yeah, everybody else are doing it for the C thing, or whatever. The razor throat is probably just strep throat or something. Come back. Because the kids are making out again. I don't know. Hopefully the fucking youngsters are making out again and causing strep throat. You know what I mean? God help us all. You can't have these. Hey, Charles. Yeah, so I was just saying, Charles, all this is psyop. Pretty much psyop, like when I said the sky was falling. It's a psyop. Markets didn't react. They actually increased. So uh, we'll find out. We'll find out pretty soon why it was so well played out. But the curtain's got to drop eventually. Yeah, this is staged. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to bed. I got 25 minutes here. So I mean, just it was a false fire to pull rats out, just kind of like this No Kings thing was. You know, everything. Nothing's gonna change with protests and all that kind of stuff or any kind of activism. You can't fight. You can't fight these wizards, these bankers. You know, they got their probability algorithm that nobody else has. You know, we can't acquire, even with any amount of money we got, the keys to the technologies that exist that these powers that be have. And they got everybody fucking running in circles tonight. A ceasefire, no ceasefire. This was when it's probably all fucking CGI. You know, at least 70% of it. Not saying people aren't dying or things aren't getting blown up, but just duck and cover, you know. Don't run out into the field with a bullhorn. All right, y'all. I'm going to end it here before it gets 30 minutes. Sorry for the... Here, I got my face here. Well, can you see me? You know. Y'all have a good night, and don't let this stop us from Charles progressing of, you know, like where you're going in your channel. You're doing a great job. Charles doing a great job. There goes the medic chopper. Medic chopper. You're flying over the portal. I think that's medic chopper. Probably trying to target me. You missed me. No. He's going to the hospital. But it's like, don't let this interfere with anything, and don't get caught up in the main psyop of the deal is to declare allegiance one way or another to some stupid religious fucking faction. What we're aiming for here is to delete this necessity on the oil and get to the free energy 0 point over unity stuff, where we could put a spark in and get, you know, infinite energy out. And the AI won't even. The AI will even tell you that it's a theory, but because they paid, you know, it's a program to tell you that shit. I've got hundreds of channels that are doing it. So anyway, I asked, what did I ask? Perplexity. I asked Perplexity how much money we're spending globally for war, over the oil and natural resources, if we converted everything to the 0 point energy, ZPE, and it told me it would take 114 trillion dollars, but that is a little bit over what we spend yearly on all this war stuff, you know, for the minerals and natural resources. Of course, I didn't publish it, but, you know, and it was saying it was a theory, but how did it give me numbers if it could? How did it construct it? You know, so there, I busted his protocol once again, and I'm not publishing that until later. I might be running again, some other models, but yeah, $114 trillion for the world to go free energy, 0 point energy stuff. No more reliance on gas and oil stuff, and but no, we don't want to do that. Hey, fools and tools, I'm getting off here. 30 minutes, you guys. Peace out. Much love. Enjoy your psyops, pops.